season 3. Do you call it season 3? Show 3?
Season 3, yes. Season 3, Last Cowboy. Yes.
What can we expect?
Well, we started filming Last Cowboy in March at the Cactus in Scottsdale, and so they've been following a lot of the riders since then, going to individual ranches and some other shows. As far as the Run for Million itself, we've made some changes this year. I talking to Taylor, I said I think this is the year, because I always have this rule of 3s, and my husband always shakes his head and like, oh, okay, whatever. But I feel like if you get to the 3rd year of an event and it's showing it's a success, you really hit on the right track. And that's what this event, it really feels like. We have brought in, and it's caught the attention of a lot of bigger corporations. They're wanting to get involved. They are involved. They love the concept, which is unlike anything else in the industry or even in the media. So we've brought in, and a big portion of what I've tried to focus this event on is expanding the Western lifestyle. So bringing in more than just the reining. We had the cow horse last year, which is great. We're bringing it back again this year. And then we brought in what we call the Cowboy Invitational, and it's a heritage ranch base competition. So we have a lot of ranches that we call heritage ranches here in the United States. So they've been ranching cattle, raising horses, working their ranches for hundreds of years. Yeah. And so we're talking about King Ranch, 4-6s, Wagon Hound. So these are the ranches that we've approached and via NRCHA, because they developed this cowboy class, and they did a cowboy camp and at the 4-6s, and all the ranches were invited to participate, and they sent the members down and they had a great time. They worked with professional rein cow horse guys and worked with their actual horses from their ranches. So this Cowboy Invitational it's presented by XIT Ranch, which is one of the heritage ranches here in the United States, out of Texas and Colorado. And the concept is they send one rider who is actually a working cowboy on their ranch, and a horse or several horses if they want to send multiple, but they compete on one horse that is from their ranch, that is a working horse on their ranch. And they come in and they do a modified dry work, and then they take a cow down the fence. So similar to the cow horse. But then after, they come back in and they steer stop. And out of all that is a cumulative score and a placing from 1st to 11th. And there's $30,000 that is prize money for that. So we're really excited about incorporating the real working ranch hands and the horses that are truly from these ranches that are such a big part of their business.
And is that the event on the Friday night?
It is the performance that opens up the Cow Horse Challenge, which is right after that. And that is $170,000 added. And there's 16 riders who had to qualify out of 2 NRCHA events. One was the Stakes in Las Vegas, and the other was the Western Derby in Scottsdale. So we have 16 riders from the NRCHA coming, and it was incredible last year. I can't imagine what it's going to be like this year.
Mm-hmm. And so the Run for a Million is a full show. It's not just obviously the superstars running on the Saturday night. We've touched on all the cow horse stuff going on. You've got other events happening as well. I know there's some Aussies coming over to be riding in the Rookie that they're pretty excited about. Yeah. We have on Wednesday, we have the Bloomer Rookie Championship, which we have a lot of rookies coming and a lot of people from your neck of the woods that are coming as well. And that's a grassroots of our industry, and the support is very important, I feel, to the rookie divisions. Right now it's one rookie level, but people really step up, and I've spoken to people that have participated in it, and they're like,
whether or not they thought they could actually win it or had the horse to win it or whatever, they didn't care. They came to be a part of the event,
for the experience, yeah,
to do it for the experience. And of course, everybody wants to do well, but everybody has such a good time, and they're so excited to be there and be part of the event. And I mean, I love it. And of course, we have so much swag to give out. And then, of course, on all of our divisions, we have custom belt buckles to 10th place. And we have trophies, and we have horse cookies, and we have classic equine products. And we load them up. So, even though you may not win it, you're in that top 10, you're going away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting. And so can you tell us a little bit about the program that you've got? So it starts on Wednesday.
Starts on Wednesday. That's with the rookie championships. And then Thursday is the non-pro championships. That's got $50,000 in prize money. And then Friday morning, we start with the $150,000 added open shootout. And that's also a qualifier for the $1 million competition in 2023. So out of that, we take the top 6 riders, no ties, just the top 6 riders, and they are qualified for next year's $1 million competition.
So straight through.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the, people are safetying up. They're like, try to get qualified at the Run for a Million this year, because then you don't have the stress of trying to get qualified at Cactus next year, where we take the top 10. But so that's an amazing class. We get some great horses, great riders, obviously. And then Friday evening, we start our performance at 4:00 with the Cowboy Invitational, followed by the Cow Horse Challenge. And then Saturday is a new fun thing I started this year. At the opening performance, I was looking for something new and different, and I wanted to really wow our spectators and bring something that is not your average performance. So I contacted the Bullfighters Only organization, and they have spun off created their own group where they actually have competitions where we're used to seeing the rodeo clowns at the rodeos that protect the bull riders from bulls and things. So this is a spin-off of that, where these actually are expanding their athletic ability and doing a performance fight with the bull. And the bulls are more on the smaller side. They're more like the Spanish fighting bulls. They're much faster. They're much meaner. They're incredible. So we've come up with this great idea called the Bullfighters Only Fight for 50. So there's 4 bullfighters that are coming to compete for $50,000, which is one of the biggest purses that they've ever had. 2 of them are BFO world champions, and then the other 2 have to qualify based on their earnings through this year up until August 12th. And so we won't know the other 2 until we get closer to that time frame. But it's gonna blow people's minds. It's the whole performance. You can go and check them out at bullfightersonly.com. They show some videos. They talk a lot about how it's scored, and about the bulls and how important they are. They take care of these animals because they're part of this whole performance. And that's going to be the opening performance for the $1 million competition Saturday night.
The more I chat with you this morning, our time, this afternoon, your time, the more excited I am getting about coming over, I can tell you. I'm honestly, I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it for this year. I bet. So we touched a little bit on qualifying. There's obviously the run on the Friday morning that sends the top 6 straight through for 2023. So there'll be lots of competition for that, I'm sure. And then what's the other mechanisms you've got to qualify for the rest of the class?
Well, for the $1 million competition, the only other option to qualify for 2023 is at the Cactus Reining Classic in Scottsdale in March, where we hold a qualifying class that runs combined with the Open, Derby, and Stakes. and we take the top 10 from there and no ties. So if there's a tie for 10th place, they've got to run it off. And it's
16 competitors all up in the Run for a Million then.
Yes, I think Cactus is probably as intense and nerve-wracking as the $1 million competition itself, because I mean we had over 80 entered in the class last year, and they're all vying for a spot. So it's pretty intense.
Yeah, absolutely. And your other classes overall, how many competitors have you got coming for the week?
I think the rookie is going to be by far the biggest class. The way it looks right now, and of course we're still processing entries, but it looks like we can easily hit 100 rookies, if not more.
Yeah.
And the non-pro being just the flat non-pro ancillary is a little intimidating for some people, but I'm pretty certain we're going to have around 60 in that. The shootout last year we had about 60. I imagine more so 70 or 80 this year.
Amazing. That's crazy numbers for any show.
Yeah.
And for the rookie and the non-pro, you still have to qualify to run in those classes as well?
Yes, but you definitely have more opportunities, because we've actually opened up host qualifiers to start as of September 1st, where before we were starting January 1st. So as of September 1st, events can send in an application to host a rookie and non-pro qualifier, or 2 slates if they're hosting 2 slates. And obviously we've had some in your neck of the woods.
We have, yeah.
And then we've had up in Canada, and then throughout the United States. And I'm hoping that next year we might get a little bit more international participation and get into Europe and things like that.
Yeah. And the tricky thing for us has been, for the people who have qualified, then finding someone who's willing to get their horse to Vegas and allow us to borrow it for the event. So if anyone's out there watching who might be in for this for 2023, who might be happy to come and bring their horse to Vegas for one of the Aussies or anyone around the world, I'm sure it'd be great to have some sort of register for that, or something that we can get involved with it a little bit better, because I know there's a lot of people that would like to ride but just don't even know how to go about, I guess, the borrowing of a horse.
Yeah, and the great thing about the rookies, you don't have to own the horse. So I'm trying to figure out a way in the future to be able to offer a program for people to basically borrow a horse for the rookie division. I just haven't been able to quite figure out how to
go about it.
Going yet.
I know you'll get there, Amanda. Don't worry about that.
I hope so.
So you would have learned a lot over the last, I guess it's been 4 years, third competition coming up. What's some of your biggest take homes for running a big show like this?
Organization and an incredible staff.
Yeah.
I could never do this without my team, and they're the backbone at these events. My manager Tina Riley, show secretaries Sean Martin and Kelsey Ryan, and then my guys that work production, Doug Hammock and Justin Kinley. I am not a micromanager type of person to work for. I like to give people a job and let them do their job. If they've got a question, of course, come to me. But my team just knows what to do. And if there's a situation that comes up, they know to ask about it. But I don't have to worry about getting this done or getting that done. I mean, it's done. And then, of course, being prepared. My biggest fear, and I have nightmares about this, is not getting everything done in time for the events, which of course is more of a paranoia for me, because I'm completely organized driven.
And a lot of people probably wouldn't know if something was missed, but that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and in the middle of that 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. you wake up and go, oh, I forgot this.
That's right.
So
a notepad behind your bed with the scribbles on it throughout the night would be pretty
I do. I have a notepad next to my bed. It's pretty intense, especially when we get to this point where we're this close to it. But we've got more time. We've got more production time getting in. I actually get to Vegas here real soon, and I've already got equipment being delivered. The Arena Works drags are being delivered. The Kubota tractors are being delivered. And I've, all the graphics, and we've sold out the 80,000 square foot vendor hall, full of vendors. So there's going to be a lot of shopping, of course. A lot of shopping.
Shh, don't tell my husband.
Yeah, exactly. I say that all the time. Don't tell my husband.
Yeah. We started transferring Aussie dollars into Australian dollars, and I said to him, we're going to need more than that.
So, and I think too, as far as like doing events like this, having the 4-day period of time, it's not too much and it's not too little, and it really gives people a great time. And then the location, you're in Vegas. I mean, there's a lot to do. If you can't find something to do in Vegas, then you can't find something to do anytime.
Absolutely.
So you've got the Strip, you've got shows if you want to go to shows on Wednesday and Thursday, because those days are open to the public at our venue, and Friday day is open to the public to watch the shootout. So it's just going to be amazing. And then we do have something new this year called the Cinch News Studio. We'll be broadcasting live there over the horseshowglobal.com and Facebook Live, hosted by Taylor Sheridan and Steve Ross. We've got a series of go lives there, and that's going to be great for spectators.
Absolutely. So on Facebook, what can people log into?
On the Facebook Live will be through the Run for a Million Facebook page. So, and we'll post schedules of the interviews. They'll be daily at 2:00, and we may be able to do a few surprise guests too.
Fantastic. Look, Amanda, it's been absolutely fantastic chatting with you. We're nearly out of time for our Zoom link, but I do hope that we will catch up at the Run for a Million, and I know you'll be running around like a chook with its head cut off, I'm sure, but if we do get a chance to catch up for another quickie over there, that would be fantastic.
Oh, I'd love to. That'd be great.
Thank you so much for your time today, and we'll get this posted on our NRHA Oceania Facebook page very soon.
Great. Thank you so much for inviting me. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.